about what people are saying, I wanted to do a little reminder that I want to actually ask you to tweet something now. So use our hashtag DD Virtual Bootcamp, and tweet something that you're liking, tweet some question to one of the startups, tweet something so that we can connect, that we can continue the conversation later. So tweet at us, tweet with the hashtag, tweet at the startups if you already have their handle. If not, we'll make sure that we're connecting you. And going back to the main thread, because what customers are saying is important, but it's also important what they're not saying. What happens when you call them? What do they see before they pick up? What do they see if they don't pick up? How do they know they can trust your call? Our next startup, Smartcom, solves all those problems. They take control of the call process so that it delivers a better experience. I'll let Smartcom tell you about it. Let's hear it for Smartcom!
Wonderful applause. Thank you, Daniel. Honored to be here. I'm CJ Green from Smartcom, and as you may have seen from the course from this slide before, this slide represents a problem. It's a problem for customers, which most of us are, being inundated by calls from people selling us stuff that we don't really want to sell. We don't recognize who they are, but I say probably more perniciously, criminals can hijack company numbers and call customers from those numbers. As a result, this is not just an issue for customer experience or contact center efficiency. This is a problem for fraud. And so Smartcom have set out to eradicate an entire avenue of criminal activity. So from now on, when a bank, let's say, want to call their customer, they don't just see a mix of random numbers. They'll see, number one, a branded screen. That call will be verified. And when the banks or companies are not calling their customers and someone is trying, that call will either get blocked or flagged at the call screen so that the customer is empowered not to get duped into some sort of and become a victim. But Smartcom have to work with companies whose mobile team have an innovation policy that is flexible to include third-party libraries and SDKs, which thankfully most modern banks do. But our add-on sits on the existing mobile app, whereby when a customer updates let's say their My Banking app, they'll get the add-on as they naturally would. We have an add-on for the call center, and then we're up and running. Pilots of this, just for the outbound connection rate, in our prototype trials, have shown a passing connection rate of, let's say, 15-20% outbound connection, which is quite normal across the board. And then when they deployed Smartcom, it went up to 86% with Erie Insurance, 83% with Safelite, 81% with Nordea. We're seeing these numbers across the board consistently. What this does, let's just say from a branding perspective and a verified calls perspective, it means operators getting hold of customers quicker, which is 25% up in sales if they're cross-selling or upselling, 20% overhead savings, customer experience is 8.6 plus, and projected fraud mitigation is 99%. So again, we're eradicating an avenue of fraud. The early and notable adopters are Vodafone, where we have a master agreement with Luxembourg to sell across all 71 partners and potentially resell, with EE, which is now part of British Telecom, and with global bank HSBC, who are deploying in Q1 21. We have a signed partnership with Genesys, which is the biggest contact center software platform. We're now building one out for Cisco. We've got a signed master reseller agreement, non-exclusive with Accenture. We've got a large technology partner who deal with the AI side of things. Our interim CTO is Corey Vu, who's former CTO at UBS and British Telecom. Head of delivery is former subject matter HSBC and Bank of America. The reason why it's important now is because in COVID, in this unprecedented circumstance that we are currently facing, contact centers are king. They have become so much bigger in currency and internally when it comes to company priorities, because this is one of the only communication mediums left bricks and mortar have closed. The world has digitized, so there's far more app subscribers than ever before. The surge in just the month of March outdid the whole of 2019. And finally, criminal opportunism in this particular area, smishing, vishing, and so on, has also surged. So Smartcom is very much also a COVID play. We have 36 jurisdictional patents filed. Thank you very much. And thank you, Daniel, for inviting us over.
Thank you very much. Great user experience and security. Because IT security has become a core part of our everyday. All those checks and all those extras. And I don't know you, but my favorite technologies are the ones that let me stay safe without adding extra steps, by being invisible.